Hi, Lucy Johnson here from fullybookedformula.com, and I am here with your weekly video easing tip to show you how to grow your business, increase your income, get more clients, and dramatically improve the quality of your life in the next 3 to 6 months. And what I want to share with you today are my 3 top tips for getting the most out of networking. Now, in my experience, when I've worked with clients on a one-on-one basis, they are terrified about networking. I don't know what to say, Lucy. What if people think I'm being pushy? What do I do? How do I do it? How will it work? So I'm going to share with you my 3 tips for actually getting clients from networking and actually increasing your income from networking, because in my experience and in my opinion, what I've seen, having worked with hundreds of fitness wellness businesses, is networking is one of the fastest paths to cash, one of the fastest way to bring new money in. Not the most efficient, but it is the fastest. So if you're after some fast money, networking is where you should be looking at using your time. So the first thing I want to share with you is you got to figure out where your ideal client hangs out. Yeah, where do they hang out? Where are they? There's no point you going networking at a BNI or a small business networking group if you want to work with stay-at-home mums. You need to make a comprehensive list of where in your area the kind of client that you're targeting is. This is why it's important to know who your target market is. Marketing to anyone and everyone simply doesn't work because there's too many places you could be going to network and you feel overwhelmed. And if you feel overwhelmed, you're not going to take any action at all. So nothing's going to change for you. So make a list. Where does your ideal client hang out? And I'm going to give you a challenge of writing down 30 places where they are. Doesn't have to be like a formal networking group. It could be where they go shopping, it could be where they spend their leisure time, but I want you to write down actual real life places in your area, so not generic hairdressers. Just write down the name of the hairdressers in your area where you know your ideal client are hanging out, because we've got to start getting you laser focused on where they are, because I guarantee you there's an infinite number of your ideal clients out there, more than you could possibly handle at this point, but they don't know that you're there yet. So you just have to reach out to them. The second thing that is my top tip is I often hear from people who've maybe they've been to a networking event. Let's say they've gone to a BNI because they want to work with busy business people that want to de-stress and get fit, for instance. They go once and they come back and they say, well, Lucy, that didn't work. I didn't get anything from that. Here's the thing with networking. It's like dating. You can't have that first date and expect to get married to the person at the end of it. You have to go on a few more dates. You have to, interact a little bit more, spend a little bit of time. And my benchmark is, if you're going to even consider going to somewhere where you know your ideal client is less than 3 times, don't bother at all. It's going to take at least 3 times for you to start to get some traction on this, for this to start to show results for you. But it is still one of the fastest ways to get new clients. So don't be disheartened if you've just been to something once or twice and you've not gotten the results that you want. At least 3 times. And the more you go after those initial 3 times, the more you will find people are talking to you, are being interested in your services and wanting to hear more. The third thing that I want to share with you is when you go, let's say you have dropped into your local hairdressers because that's where your ideal client is, and you've said to them, hey, would it be okay if maybe I hand out some flyers this afternoon and, kind of just sit in your waiting area for a couple of hours and chat to some of your clients? And if they say, yeah, that's okay, that's no problem, we don't mind you doing that. When you do that and when you're chatting to their clients, make sure you get their details. if you give someone your card or your flyer, what you've done is you've given away your control of the situation, because you now have to sit and wait and hope that they are going to call you or go to your website or email you. Whereas when you get their details in return, it doesn't matter if they lose your card. It doesn't matter if they forget about the conversation they had with you. You can follow up with them. And what I suggest is to make the most of networking opportunities is don't spend too much time at the networking opportunity telling people what you do. I mean, tell them who you serve, tell them what you do briefly, and then suggest that you take their details, their email, their phone number, and that you arrange a time. Hey, maybe next Tuesday, sort of in the afternoon, maybe I could give you a quick call and we could chat a little bit more about what it is I do, and if it's something that you're interested in, great. If it's not, no worries. But, you know, why don't we do that next week? That way, you can network with a lot more people. You don't get stuck with one person. They don't feel under pressure, like they're being pressurized into you selling them something there and then, and you're in control. And you can make sure that if you spoke to, say, 6 people at that networking opportunity, you can book them all in at the same, like in the same time, like all in Tuesday afternoon. So you speak to those 6 people one after the other, because by the end of that Tuesday afternoon, guess how good you're going to be at following up with those people that you networked with, because you're focused, you're in the zone, it's time efficient, you're doing it on your terms, and it works really, really well. So networking, I don't think we do enough of it, particularly in the fitness industry and in the wellness industry. I guarantee you, if you start to commit to going to the places where your clients hang out, make a list of 30 of them, go at least 3 times before you make a judgment whether it's working for you and getting you clients or not, and make sure you get their details and you follow up with them in a few days' time rather than trying to sell them into something on the spot. I am pretty certain you will be getting some good results. So I want you to make that list, make the commitment to going to that networking event or just the place where you know that your ideal clients are, and I guarantee you, you will pick up some more clients. So I'm going to see you soon.